Culture Warrior segment tonight. One of the worst stories we've seen in a while. 18-year-old Tyler Clementi, freshman at Rutgers University in New Jersey, committed suicide by jumping off the George Washington Bridge last week. Authorities believe Mr. Clementi took the action because he was humiliated after his roommate secretly videotaped him having sexual activity with another male student and then broadcast that tape on the internet. Joining us from Atlanta, Fox and Friends co-anchor Gretchen Carlson, and here in the studio, Fox News analyst Margaret Hoover. So, Hoover, you know, this is the ultimate betrayal, right? Kid has a roommate plants the camera. Pick it up.
It's ultimate betrayal, but it's also what's happening with a lot of kids bullying right now. Basically what happened was this kid asked for the room alone. He had a romantic encounter while he had his room alone. His roommate was videotaping it secretly, posted it online.
But how did the roommate videotape it? Did he hide it?
He had a hidden camera.
That's a felony.
It is, and these kids have been arrested. The two who are involved in this, Duran Ravi and another lady.
What did the girl do? Why was she arrested?
Molly Way. She was part of the tweeting. They tweeted this to all of their friends, and she was actually complicit in the taping. But what this speaks to is a larger, and I would say a silent epidemic of bullying going on across the country of gay teens. And these kids, it is a very difficult time to be a teenager, and as a gay teenager,
there's no doubt that is in play.
Absolutely being bullied.
Carlson,
there was another kid in Houston this last week who also committed suicide because he was gay. It's happening all over the country, and no one's talking about it.
There's no doubt that that's happening. But Carlson, I read about in Pinheads and Patriots that the high-tech stuff now is these gizmos are so easy to use and record sound and video, and you can hide them anywhere, and you can do anything. And now you can't even go to college and think you're going to have privacy in your own room. But I want to impress on everybody that you can't do this kind of thing, that you cannot. It is a felony to hide these cameras.
Yeah, but they're not going to go to jail for this, Bill. They're not going to go to jail for this because Congress has not caught up with where we are on technology right now. There are no real laws on the books. They might face up to 5 years in prison, but legal experts are saying that they're not going to see any jail time. Here's what they might see, though, is a civil case. They should, but they might see a civil case by the family of this poor boy.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, that these kids will be sued.
But remember, and it's not just gay teens. It's not just gay teens, Margaret. Remember the case in the Midwest where that mom, of all things, faked that she was a boy who was interested in the girl down the street, and that girl then committed suicide?
Absolutely. It's not just gays, but I would just say that gay teen suicide rate is 4 times higher than the straight teen suicide rate. So it's happening everywhere. Cyberbullying is happening everywhere.
Any vulnerable group, and gays are very vulnerable, okay, is going to be targeted by these kinds of people. But how they could think they could get away with it, because everybody, you know, you do this, what do you think, that nobody's going to see it?
Which is a great example why these two need to be made an example of. I think that this is
I think they should go to jail, too.
I agree with you. And they could get 1 to 5 years in prison.
They should go for a year, you know, and send a message that we can't have this.
You know what the scary thing is, Bill, is that these are probably... They were probably good kids who did an immensely stupid thing.
You know, I don't believe that.
And now their lives are ruined,
Carlson,
too.
I don't believe that. I don't think you can be a good kid and plan that kind of stuff out and the cruel nature that they do that. I disagree with you 100%. I think they're bad kids.
I agree with you.
It speaks to why there needs to be more sensitivity about all of this, at least for teens.
But they're bad kids, and they should have been raised better.